A Glory Convention, Church on Fire. Glory Convention, Church on Fire. Ask your neighbor, 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 neighbor. Are you on fire? Are you burning? It's time to burn for God. Don't be cold. If you are cold, Satan will make mess of you. Neighbor, neighbor, as I am touching you, you need more fire. You need more fire. Now, if you need more fire, say, Father, set me on fire. Today, I want to minister on what I title, Born for God. After waiting, they wait for them. Just born for God. Born for God. B-U-R-N. Born for God. Father, help me and let me speak your word. No, it is better that you speak through me. Bless us. Let the word come with your power and your spirit, and let the spirit move. Angels minister now, and let there be all kinds of miracles in the name of Jesus. Born for God. In Jeremiah chapter number 20, verse number 9, that time Jeremiah had some ugly experiences. You know, there were times that even pastors, the Bible said that they wish also cry. There are times that even pastors, men of God, highly anointed, Jeremiah 29, could so become so frustrated in ministry and life that they will begin to doubt their call, doubt their faith, even doubt their God. Sometimes you don't know. That is why sometimes when we sincerely ask you to pray for pastors, we are being serious. Because our office demands that we should come and speak the mind of God to you. Our office demands that we should come and encourage you. Our office demands that we should represent God before you. And so we try not to look like our problem and situation and circumstance. So most of the time, if you are not careful, you will wrongly, hurriedly conclude that pastor does not have any problem. Jeremiah was undergoing serious challenges in life. He has been arrested, severally beaten, in prison, battered, disgraced, humiliated, frustrated by the government of the day and by the power that be. And you know, a lot of time when you are in situations like that, as a man of God, you think that God will readily come to intervene. You remember, John the Baptist was arrested and put in prison. And ordinarily, he felt that he was the one who baptized Jesus. He was the one who announced Jesus. He was like the father of Jesus Christ, ministry-wise. And he knew how powerful that Jesus is. That Jesus is God. And there is nothing he cannot do. So he being in prison, he was expecting that Jesus would just miraculously bring him out of prison. And he waited, Jesus was not coming. He sent people to meet Jesus. Say, ask him, is he actually the Jesus? Or should we wait for another Messiah? So sometimes men of God could be so frustrated that you might doubt your faith, doubt your belief. Jeremiah prayed, nothing happened. Waited, nothing happened. Expected, nothing happened. And sometimes they say when you finish praying, turn to praise. He might even turn to praise. You know, when you remember that Paul and Silas, they praised in prison and there was earthquake. So sometimes you turn to praise, nothing worked. Jeremiah said, then I said, I will not make mention of him. I will not preach. I will not teach. I will never hold the microphone talking about Jesus again. But his word was in my heart as a burning fire shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearing, and I couldn't hold myself. I couldn't stop preaching. And that is it. Every sincere pastor will tell you that has been our experience some of the time, if not most of the time. That sometimes even within the weekend, you will undergo all kind of situations that will make you almost not to want to preach on Sunday. But somehow, between Saturday night and Sunday morning, you miraculously find yourself prepared. You want to preach again. Brethren, men and brethren, I want to tell you that there are times in your life that circumstances could want to suffocate the fire of God in you. It happens. There are most of us that when we started our Christian days, we are on fire. We never miss church. We never miss any program. We just had a program. And there are people that they never attended the program any day. There are people that they struggle to attend it to one day. But there was a time in their life in this Christian days that their church will never have a program and they miss it. No, there was no excuse. They will never take no for an answer. They desire to be in the presence of God. They feel proud doing the things of God. They talk about their God. They meditate upon their church. They discuss us. It was their major preoccupation. But things began to come in. Things began to come in. Responsibilities, challenges, delays, disappointment, all kinds of things. And today, the fire for some, the fire is completely off. For some, it's like they are this push and start car. The fire is just flickering. For some, it is not even fire, it is just smoke. No fire again. It is just one smoke. Ask your neighbor, say, neighbor, is your fire dousing down? Say, neighbor, between today and when you became born again, is your fire burning stronger or getting weaker? Neighbor, no answer me, you answer for yourself. And so, we must come to the place where we get to understand. You know, sometimes I meditate about the things of God and say that there are people that I must congratulate when I meet them in heaven. And I will not miss to congratulate Job. Job was a one of its kind. So many people are backsliding today. So many people have given up, and so many people are no longer going to church today. They never have 1/10 of what Job went through. Some people, they stop church today because their marriage just scattered. Some people, they are no longer Christian today because they lost one child. Some people, they are doubting their faith because their business suffered bankruptcy. But faith, Job, for one man alone, 10 children died one day. You are hearing me? I said 10 children. And not as if there was one left. Not as if he had 11. So 10 died and 1 remained. Not as if he had 12. So 10 died and 2 remained. He had only 10 children. 7 boys, 3 girls. All died one day. You know, not that they were sick and then it got to the point that you two knew that this one might not survive. And that morning he saw them. In that morning they talked. In that morning they made plans. They even had devotion together. But later in the day he just had the news that his house fell and the 10 of them were inside and all of them died. And as he was pondering, his servant came and said the business he had in Port Harcourt, burn. The one he had in Lagos, fire, burn. The one he had in Abuja, fire, burn. The one in Inagua, fire. The whole business that he had has crumbled. One day, not 2 days after, that same day, one man. And he said, God gives and God takes. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Say, Job, even devil was surprised. He went to God and said, God, let me touch his life. Maybe now you see that nine die, nine is business. God said, go, don't kill him. Listen, sometimes you don't know. It is better that you never had a car than that you had a car and get used to having a car, then you don't have a car again. This Job was the richest man, and now he had nothing. Not only that, Job now had an incurable disease all over him, boil, smelling, pain. You think that when the wife said, curse God and die, you are blaming the wife. Just pray it didn't come near you. The wife said, curse God and die. I'm not blaming the woman. But Job still found courage to say, why are you talking like one of the foolish women? Are we going to get only good from God and not even bad also? The Bible says, in all this, Job did not sin with his lips. Oh, Job, which kind of man you be? Just 1/10 of that situation. We for even send the whole church come beg you for us if you not come church again. Even me too. I'm not saying I'm better. There are so many of us. Things have shut our life. The fire is no longer there. It is like the seed that fell on thorns. And Jesus said, when they are trying to grow up, the worries of life, the challenges of life, shooking them, pricking them left and right. So the fire is no longer there. There was a time we were church workers. Now, we are hardly even church members. There was a time we were leading in church. Now it is even difficult to lead us in church. There was a time that we had concern for the things of God. Now we are not even seeing anything going wrong in the house of God. It's no longer our business. Tap your neighbor. Say, neighbor, where is your fire? For some of us, the reason our fire has quenched is just because we heard something. So somebody say for church, and your fire died. Which kind of fire is that? Just I don't like what that brother said, that sister said. You just because of pastor, your fire had died. That is why when Jesus wants to commission Peter, he will ask him, do you love me more than food? That is mundane things, material things, challenges. Do you love me more than this? He asked Peter 3 times. Let me ask you again. Say, neighbor, where is your fire? How many times now? How many times? How many times I don't ask? 3. If they do like say never reach 3 times. Say, neighbor, where is your fire? So, Jeremiah said, I almost stopped. I made up my mind because of the circumstance of life not to talk about it. Somebody who has sincere fire will never ever stop, no matter the circumstance. There will always be a conclusion that will say, no matter what, go back. No matter what, continue. Praise the Lord. I had an experience in one of my former churches. I was the assistant to the founding pastor, dedicating myself so powerfully, worshiping there, serving. I like service. And then I've been a politician, right from Genesis. So there was this day, we went to Port Harcourt, and it was a Bible study. It was a Bible study day. And of course, when I go to church, just like when I was in school, I don't miss any day. No. When I was in university, I was not in class. The lecturer knew that I was not in class. I have to ask somebody, where is Monty? And they told him that my father is sick, so I'm taking care of my father at home. I was surprised when I went and said that, how is your father? I learned that your father was sick because I didn't see you. Lecturer. Because I'm always in school. And so, that was a Bible study day. I couldn't come back. We slept over because of the political meeting. And I came and I heard him say all kinds of things and did all kinds of things. And it was obvious that maybe he was threatened by my presence and all of that. And I got home and I made up my mind that I will not go to church again. Not just stopping going to his church. I won't go to church again. My understanding. If a pastor could be so, behave in such a manner, no need. Why do you want to conclude on all pastors because of the misbehavior of one pastor? So I decided not to go to church. And the elders came to talk to me. He heard that the elders came to talk to me, and he told them not to come to Bodabar. I now strengthened my mind that I won't go to church. Then one day God told me, the fact that the pastor misbehaved, does that mean that you are denying my existence as God? Does that mean that God no longer exists? I said, God, I'm sorry. I went back. When there is true fire in you, no matter how you stray, like Jeremiah, the fire will bring you back. He said, I decided not to mention the name of God again. I decided to resign from preaching. I decided to resign from evangelism. I say I will no longer sing in the choir. I am tired of doing an ushering work. I will never serve in the deacon's board. I am tired being a part of the protocol. Enough is enough. I will stop. But the fire won't let me. He kept pushing me. So if you are not pushed back, it's an indication that you are no longer on fire. If you can take a decision to stop what you were doing for God, and it doesn't bother you, it's an indication that the fire is off. If you see your commitment in church getting less, you are becoming less committed, and it's not bothering you, your fire is going off. If you're born again today, it's not as serious as you're born again yesterday. The fire is dousing down. Because a part of the just supposed to shine brighter and brighter. Not duller and duller. Not dimmer and dimmer. Ask your neighbor, are you still burning for God? So, I want to help you check your fire level. Yes, check your fire level. Just two things. Anytime you are not willing to obey God, your fire is getting dim. So how do we check our fire level? One, your